This is me now at 22 years old, and this is me 6 years ago. It took me years how to properly build muscle, but with consistency and hard work, it all paid off. The first thought of me ever about the gym was when I was 11 years old. I was at a family gathering and me, my brother, and my cousin were playing GTA San Andreas. I don't know if a lot of you guys know that game, but in that game, there was this character. And with that character, you could go to the gym and work out. And with each workout and with each meal you put into his body, he grew, he got bigger, he got huge muscles. And I was so impressed by that. I felt like I saw this character become Superman just by hitting the gym and eating. And that got me hooked, like right away. From that day on, I knew I wanted to get jacked. When I got home from that family gathering, I looked up online, what is the age to hit the gym? And sadly, I was too young. You have to be at least 14 to sign up at a gym. And even when you are 14, you have to get approval from your parents. So your parents have to be with you when you sign up. I was kind of sad that I'm not allowed to hit the gym yet, but I knew my time will come and I still focused on my soccer career. A few years later, I finally turned 14. I convinced my parents to come with me to the gym the next day after my birthday. So you went to the gym, signed up for me, and I started working out. I was super motivated and everything right off the bat. I got hooked by the gym, but that didn't last for a long time. Maybe like for a couple of weeks. I got super sore. I didn't like the feeling of working out somehow. I thought it's all different. And all in all, I feel like I was just too young to take it serious. I personally wanted to enjoy my childhood still. So I went a few times a week, like maybe 1 to 2 times a week, but not too often. And then I skipped multiple weeks not going to the gym. So I wasn't going really consistently because I started going out with a lot of friends and started getting into bad habits at 14 years old, which is not the best thing to do at 14, but it still made me the person that I am today. So me being 14, finally hitting the gym, I lost all the motivation that I had when I was 11 years old. Focused on other stuff, and it wasn't really time for me to hit the gym. I also didn't see any results for the first 2 years in, even though I personally don't count that because, like I said, I didn't take it as serious, like no proper nutrition, and the workouts weren't really like anything crazy. So the first 2 years, I gained a little bit of muscle, but I wouldn't count that as a guy who works out. But yeah, after 2 years of doing all these bad habits, I finally started hitting the gym. Like actually, I was tired of going out. I was tired of doing all these bad habits and I started to watch YouTube. On YouTube, I found a lot of different fitness influencers who are preaching proper workout, proper nutrition, and I loved that. I got that feeling back. The feeling that I had at 11 years old when I played Grand Theft Auto by watching these YouTube videos. And I hope I can motivate at least one person out there that is watching the video to go and work out. That would already make my day. But yeah, I got that feeling back and I was hooked. And finally, I learned more about nutrition because nutrition has such a huge factor when it comes to working out. And I also got first in touch with supplements. Supplements like creatine, zinc, and a lot of other vitamins. But creatine had a big factor because 6 years ago, when I was 16 years old, I started taking creatine for the first time. And when I tell you my strength skyrocketed, it was insane. Today, I think it was a little bit placebo, but I managed to get stronger from one to the next workout like insanely. So on Monday, I was doing incline bench press with 20 kilogram dumbbells, which is about 45 pounds. And on Thursday, I right away took the 70s. So I increased my weight by 25 pounds just from one to the other workout. I still think it's placebo. It worked. It worked somehow. Something worked. And that was really the first year of me working out properly. I did this workout split for about a year where I trained upper and lower body, which means on one day you work at your whole upper body, chest, shoulders, back, biceps, triceps. And on the second day you do your whole lower body, which means quads, hamstrings, and calves. And that got me really good results for the first year of properly working out. During the first year of me properly working out, my nutrition wasn't really crazy. I ate about 3,000 calories. I still went to school, so I had 2 meals at school and 1 meal at home, which equaled to about 3,000 calories. I ate 180 grams of protein, which was a little bit over 1 gram per pound of body weight. And I ate about 80 grams of fat and the rest was carbs. So as my standpoint now, I would say the nutrition was really good, but I was still playing soccer. So I never really checked the scale and I didn't really gain a lot of weight during that time. So in the first year, I gained a little bit of weight and during the summertime, I shred down. The shred wasn't really crazy because I didn't have like that much muscle. So I literally just cut down fat and was super skinny then. I had like okay abs, I would say. My shape was all right, but nothing too crazy, like super skinny. That was year 1 of properly working out. When year 2 came around, damn, that was when I really started to take it serious, but a little bit too serious. I was still so in love with the process of working out. But after the cut that I did, I told myself, I want to get big, I want to get huge, I'm gonna bulk. And this bulk was different than the bulk before, because during this entire bulk, I gained about 35 pounds within 8 months. And the first few weeks of bulking, I literally gained 5 pounds a week, which was way too fast. I ate about 4,000 to 5,000 calories, which you should never do. And it also turned out to me having a lot of stretch marks all over my body. Till this day, I have stretch marks everywhere. On my biceps, on my rear delts, even on my calves. I have stretch marks everywhere from gaining my weight so fast. So to anyone out there, please do not take the bulk too serious, because you're not gonna gain muscles faster just by eating more calories. The only thing you're gonna gain faster is fat. And another huge mistake that happened during this bulk that I regret till this day is my face was so fat. See, by gaining so much weight so fast, there comes a lot of bad things with it. Like I said, the stretch marks, bad skin, and your face will look bloated. And when I tell you, my face was literally swollen. Like, people told me, damn, you gained like good amount of weight. And I'm like, yeah, I hope that is good. My face turned from being super sharp to that was a little bit too far. The workout split switched a little bit. I started to work out push-pull leg split, which is on the first day you do push, which means chest, shoulders, and triceps. On the second day you do pull, which is back and biceps. On the third day you do legs, which is quads, hamstrings, and calves. And then repeat that again. That was the workout split during that time. And by gaining so much weight, I also gained a lot of strength during that time. But me gaining 35 pounds in a time span of 8 months meant for me to cut down at some point. And when I tell you, this was the most intense cut I ever had, it was. I was at about 210 pounds, the same weight as I am right now. And I looked horrible compared to now. So I had to do the cut. First of all, what I did during that cut is a normal caloric deficit. I ate about the same meals that I used to eat, like rice, chicken, broccoli, and oatmeal and stuff like that. I saw some good results after the first month, but when you are that high of a body fat percentage, you're not gonna see a huge difference by just losing weight. The only difference you're gonna see is you're gonna be skinnier in the first month. And imagine how that mentally messes you up if you just see you get skinnier, but you look the same. Like, you don't see any veins or so on your body. You just lose body weight, but there's nothing to it. And that messed me up mentally, really. I remember during that time, I thought about quitting the cut, but something inside myself kept me going. And then I tried out this other diet, which really helped me to burn fat. But I wouldn't recommend this diet to anyone out there personally, because it didn't work out for me that good. And that was the keto diet. The keto diet is basically you eat no carbs, maximum 30 grams a day, but you also have to be careful because you can't eat rice or so, because that will increase your insulin levels and you don't want to get back into that glucose. You want to stay in the ketos. And I managed to get in the ketos, but I lagged in energy like crazy. I was eating like 2,500 calories, just straight up fat and protein. It worked good for my body fat, but I remember just mentally knowing that you're not allowed to eat any carbs is messed up. And that summer was a really good look. I was 2 years into lifting. I have to be honest, the shape was pretty all right. A huge difference compared to the year before. So I actually gained a good amount of muscle, but that was only year 2. Coming into year 3 of me lifting, there was a huge problem, and that was COVID. During COVID, when that second lockdown happened, where the gyms closed for 8 months. The first month of the lockdown, I want to be 100% honest, I barely worked out. I didn't have any equipment, and I feel like a lot of people out there didn't work out during that time because they lacked in equipment and they just didn't want to do push-ups and all that stuff all day at home. So I managed to get a bunch of workout stuff, which was good, because going into the second month of lockdown, I started working out really hard at home. I took it really serious. serious that time and I tried to push as much as possible. I was employed at that time, so I didn't have as much time as I have now to pick out my workout. So I was at work, got home and had to work out and go to sleep. So that was literally my day back then. And during that lockdown, I also worked out for 100 days straight. I would say I made some pretty good gains during that time. But just remembering that time of me literally working out in this space where I sit here, I had the squat rack here doing squats. I did bench press over there. And it's just so crazy to look back at these times and thinking, yo, I really worked out in this basement space where I'm sitting right now for 8 whole months and tried to make progress over that time. And for the 3rd year, my workout plan looked also a little bit different again. I started to do the Arnold split, which is chest and back on day 1, shoulders and arms on day 2, and legs on day 3. And then you repeat everything again. And same with the nutrition. After that last shred that I did in summer, I did a little bulk for a few months. Then I saw the veins going away and everything that I had during that shred. And then I did another cut during like 4 months into that year and did a cut for about a month. But then I felt too skinny. I was super low in weight. And then I started bulking properly. And that was the first proper bulk I would say that I ever did. I took my meals really serious. I tracked all my calories every single day. And that was when I started YouTube. If anyone of you guys has seen one of my first YouTube videos, I posted a lot of my workout stuff back then. I know the videos are private right now, but I posted a lot of the meals that I ate back then during that time. So in the summer of year 3 then, I wasn't shredded. I was in the middle of a bulk. So compared to the 2 years before that, I was heavier, I had more muscle on me, and I made a good amount of progress, I would say, again, within 1 year. Comparing the first 3 years, I would say I made some good progress over each year. Now me going into year 4 of working out, what I did a few months of bulking, like 1 to 2 months, but then went into a cut. And when I tell you, that cut was insane. My physique changed so crazy within just a few weeks, because this time I didn't take the bulk too far like the time before. So the shred wasn't too long. I was cutting down for about 6 weeks. I was in Miami, so in a different area than I used to be. And that shape was really one of my favorite ones. And especially compared to the years before that, again, like just this one cut made a huge difference. But after that cut, I couldn't really go into a year without another bulk. But this time I wanted to properly bulk, like really good. The bulk before that was also properly, but this one was really like a lean bulk, like lean bulk. The other one was a lean bulk, but maybe a little bit too much calories a day. But that bulk was like crazy. When you look at my physique during this bulk of year 4, it is literally insane. The bulk didn't look like a bulk. It looked like me being 100% shredded. And what I did during that time is I ate just a little bit over my maintenance calories, and that made me stay in super good shape and also gain muscle. But then summer came around, and in that summer was when I was the leanest I've ever been. If you look at my physique at that time, it's literally insane. I was extremely shredded. I had striations, veins, huge muscles, like everything compared like the years before. Looking at that physique, that was my peak physique. So you could see literally this increase, this good progress over the years, which made me go nuts. Like me sitting now here looking back at that physique in 2022 is just insane that I had. It's like crazy looking back at this shape. But now the huge thing is it didn't stay like that. See, the first 4 years were super good of me getting a lot of progress, but in that 4th year there came a lot of stress with it. That was the first year of me being self-employed. I was literally on my own feet, making my own money and like doing my own business, and that mentally exhausted me a bit. And after that summer of 2022, everything went down. Like 100% honest, everything went down. After a few months into now year 5, I was still in pretty good shape, but you know, if your eating habits start to get worse over time, your shape can't stay in shape. Because I was super shredded. I was at about 7% body fat that summer. So it is a little bit hard to get that body fat back, even though you're working out, because I didn't skip my workouts or so, but the nutrition wasn't as good and I lost my focus. I lost where I wanted to go because I reached that peak of being super shredded, and I was scared to bulk again because I didn't want to bulk too much, and I was scared to stay in the same shape too. So I didn't really know what to do at that point, and I just kept working out with no vision anymore, just working out and eating, not tracking my calories anymore on a daily basis. And that led me into the 5th year of not being really happy with my shape. So coming into 2023, me reflecting on that year, I was traveling a lot, but I don't want to take the traveling as an excuse of eating bad, because I know a lot of people say, oh, you travel and you start to eat out more and this, and I can say, yes, I ate a lot outside and my shape got worse and I didn't take working out as serious anymore, but that led me to being extremely unhappy with my shape. That year 2023, workout wise, was one of the worst ones, or like the worst one that I've had so far since I really started working out and taking it serious. But sometimes you gotta have a downfall, because that really reminded me of all of my purpose that I had with the gym grind. So in 2023, a lot of people would say, oh, your shape was super nice and everything. And I can agree, at some point my shape was okay, but at some point it wasn't. And it was to a lack of working out and a lack of proper nutrition. But towards the end of 2023, when I stopped traveling as much, everything changed. I got into a bulk. I said, you know what? I don't have to be super shredded all the time, because that one time where I got super shredded in 2022 gave me this wrong picture of just being shredded all the time. And you can't be shredded all the time, because I also want to get bigger. And that led me to just say, fuck it, I'm gonna do this bulk for a few months and then get super shredded again. And that is basically the time right now, because it's early 2024. I'm about 7 months into the proper bulk now. And when you look at my physique right now, into year 6 of me working out now, my physique is the biggest, leanest I've ever been. And I can't wait to cut down all that excessive body fat that I have. And I know I don't have a crazy amount of body fat right now on me, but just me sitting here, I know that I gained a lot of muscle mass within the last few months, because I took the bulk really serious. If you look at my arms, they grew by a couple of inches, which is really good, because I can't wait for that next shred. So first of all, let's talk about the things that I didn't do as good. For the first 2 years, I was still playing soccer, so I couldn't really gain as much weight as I wanted to. But once I quit soccer, I could gain more weight and focus more on proper just working out. Year 2 to 3 was good. Year 3 to 4 was amazing. Year 4 to 5 was, yeah, I already told it. And year 5 to 6 now is pretty much my comeback. But the good side of all of it, it gave me such a crazy focus. Working out is the foundation for everything in my life. Working out was the key to giving me discipline in every other area of my life. So I'm so proud of myself, how far I've come, and I'm so excited for this year's shred. Comment down below 30-day shred video series if you want to see a 30-day video series where I show you every single day what I eat to get extremely shredded. This was my 6-year body transformation. Now it's time to take action for you. Peace.